Okay, we'll be coming on in just a second. Getting a couple things fine-tuned here. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, coming right up. Alright, we're starting to roll on in. Let's see, how's everything looking? Looking not too bad up top. Checking audio levels all around. Stream's looking nice on the mobile device. Make sure that you watch wherever you can. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at how everything's looking, how everything's sounding, and I am digging it overall. Ain't that swell? Zelda 2 does not have an automatic save system. Don't forget that. Because this is the third time that I'm having to play this game from the start again. Because you gotta save. It's fine. You know what? It's growing on me. The more that I'm trapped pushing this boulder up the hill, the more excited I am to start it all over again. Jeez, it is a Sisyphean effort to try and beat this gosh damn game. Do I even have anything? Oh, that took a screenshot. Okay, 2 lives, all 6 gems, everything's still on first. So no, we're starting seriously page 1. Page 1 all over again. It's fine. Hey, look at compared to how fast I was able to beat the horsehead boss, Bojack, whatever his name was. I was able to do it so much faster on the fucking shit. On the second time that I had to face him, and then the second boss that I faced, the helmet head guy. I'm sure I can beat him fast as hell once I reach back over to him. The more you play, the tighter you get with the controls. It's all part of the experience. Yeah, put that into life. It's not like you can give me anything else. Look out! Damn it. Can't dodge him. Can't dodge him. And I'm gonna need a lot more experience if I'm gonna be leveling up. Yeah, give me the fairy. I want to re-up on the health. I feel like oh, wah. That's fine, you know what? I didn't want the fairy anyway. Where am I going? I'm going right here, and I'm gonna kill some choo-choos. I'm trying to remember where I was at the end of the last game. Well, it doesn't even matter where I was at the end of the last game. I'm starting all over, so where do I start again from ground zero? Retrace your steps. You know what to do. You've done this before. You go to the towns and you talk to people. Right, that's Return the Crystals, lady. He's Error? No, he's the other guy. If all else fails, use fire. Yeah, thank you for the brilliant advice. I have no way to summon fire, but if I do, then I'll keep that in mind. She can restore my health. You love to see it. Thank you kindly. That was great. Just a quickie is all I needed. You tell me that I need to take a hammer downstairs, or I can't take down a roadblock without a hammer. Can I talk to your father? Yes, here's the wise man. Right, this wise man will give me jump, which I then take to Parappa Palace in the middle of the desert. In Parappa Desert, use this magic to survive. Nice. Cool. I'm not going to survive long in the temple without that, so I'm glad that I have that back on. The next one I'm supposed to get is jump, and that's going to be after I get the trophy, which I need the candle to get. The candle that is found in Parappa Palace. Cool. Alright, it's all coming together. I don't think there's anything else I can get from here now. There's the kid that tells me, oh, Parappa Desert is to the west, even though It's not west, it's east. And then he says, east? I thought you said west. Fucking idiot. There you go, kill these goddamn moblins. Ooh, and a spider. A little spider tektite. There you go. Throw that spear, baby. Throw that spear. Throw it. There we go. You only got so many attempts at throwing spears. You can only carry so many spears. Sword lasts forever. There's a loader around here somewhere. Loader, louder. I see you. I see you. There you go. Didn't need a candle to see that shit. Ay. How have you guys been since Saturday? Hope that you're all doing well out there. I'm feeling pretty alright. I was on the fence of playing Zelda 2 again. I know I'm doing the Zelda 40th, but when I saw that I didn't save and I had to go through all this shit again, I was like, oh, do I really like the Zelda franchise that much? Of course I do, but not Zelda 2. But it's fine, you know what? I went through all the bullshit in Zelda 1! So now's the chance to do it here. Plus I am also using this as an opportunity to capture some game footage, because I don't want to have to play this game again. I wonder how you... oh, shit. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. There we go. I wonder how YouTubers do it. Because they have to capture their footage to themselves, otherwise they'd have to credit every time that they showcase footage captured by whomever. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Get him, get him, get him, get him. Stab him in the neck. Nice. So then that makes me wonder, do they live stream capturing the gameplay, or do they play the game on their own and then just use that? And I guess it depends on the YouTuber. I want to work on making video essays about my favorite games. I'm trying to hard thing is that I'm trying to find things that fuck! I'm trying to find things that fuck nice and hard. I'm trying to find things that haven't already been said. Because so many of the quality games, everything that you could say, there's no more original experiences to be had. How many more Ocarina of Time video essays can we possibly need? We've said all that can be said about it, and yet, you know, people still watch them. I know I do. Why? Because I fucking love that game. Majora's Mask as well. Though, I will say, as it's just now occurring to me, there's, using the Zelda games as an example, because it was about Majora's Mask. I believe it was about Majora's Mask. Where there's so many different theories. No, it wasn't about Majora's Mask, it was about the Zelda timeline as a whole. But yeah, Majora's Mask's place in it, I think, was the clinch. Because of the whole time travel shenanigans. But I remember... Ooh, he almost got me. I remember seeing one video recently where... It's not often that a theory video on, like, what if this or hypotheticals or theories and things like, what if this happened, what if this character did this, what if this game went in this order, or what if these events occurred in this manner, things like that. Normally I'm not too put off by those, like, okay, yeah, things can be seen in other ways, and I typically enjoy that experience because I want to see, like, you know, what's another spin on whatever the case might be. I'm gonna shield it just to be safe. Motherfucker. Nice. But this one video, I can't remember who it was made by. It's the only theory, hypothetical, whatever video I've seen that I thought, like, this is complete horseshit. It's like, how can someone wake up in the morning and tell themselves this is an okay thing to think? Not like it was inappropriate, but I'm just thinking, like, this is really dumb and really reaching. And it made me realize, like, as I'm trying to analyze, like, where is this idea coming from? I wish that I remember what it was so I could articulate it properly. But I remember thinking in that moment, and, like, looking back at the different chapters of the video, the way it's structured, like, why is this video the way that it is? What is it trying to tell me? And obviously it's trying to tell that idiot's idea. But I was thinking, like, why this? Like, where does this thought process come from? And the only solution I could come to by the end of it was that it's just the result of trying to find a new idea, trying to find a way to say something that hasn't already been said. And in the in the attempt of coming up with an original idea, you just end up making a bunch of bullshit inadvertently. It's the fuck. It's like when you force yourself to write, type out a sentence, but you can't think of anything to type out, so all you really end up doing is just typing in a bunch of random fucking letters into the keyboard and hoping that it makes sense. Man, I'm gonna have to shield up hard on this one. Holy shit. Shield won't keep me alive forever, but it's keeping me alive for now, which is good. Ah, thankfully there's a fairy over here. Yoink! Groovy. We're gonna go up, because I remember that the way to live is... Excuse me, the boss is all the way down in the corner. That's usually where he's hiding. I don't have enough magic for another shield, so I'm gonna save that for now. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I knew he'd be there too. There we go. I don't want these mousy boys to fuck with me. Give me that. Thank you for the key. A little long distance chew. Thank you. One thing that I remember is just not popping into my head. The fuck? It's the... fucking shit. The Chew professor, the Chew chemist in Wind Waker, the bald guy that had the potions man, whatever the fuck you want to call him. He was on Windfall Island. He was ooh, fuck yeah. I did not know that was in there. He was talking about... Fuck! I got distracted looking up at how the stream's looking. That's on me. Stream's still holding a 30 FPS. I would hope so. This game came out in the 80s. It's 8-bit. If I can't manage streaming this, then I've got a toaster on my hands. I just get so paranoid. But the scientist in... He's gonna fucking turn around. The scientist in Windfall Island. The Choo-Choo scientist who was talking about Choo-Choos. He was... had mentioned Choo-Choos live on Paw Print Isle, just next door to Windfall Isle. This we know. Oh, fuck. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. And he mentions Choo-Choos are interesting, like their name, because he says it sounds like the sound of kissing. And I don't know how you guys kiss, but to me it's like, there's little kisses. That's what I imagine this sounds like. A little something for the audience, a little something for you. But I was thinking, I'm gonna fucking die right now if I don't throw the shield on. Better safe than sorry. When he says that, does he mean that the Choo-Choo name makes the fucking sound of Choo-Choo? Like, are you actually supposed to say, or is it actually like Choo-Choos, like they're Choo-Choos? Sure. You motherfucking Chew. You are a piece of bullshit. Gum at the bottom of my shoe. Choo-choo. Alright, I should be able to snag this 50 pence once we go through. I don't know why I called it 50 pence. I'm not English. I mean, I speak English, but I am not from the UK. I think that's obvious by the way that I speak. Oh, fuck. Usually a great indicator. Because out of all accents, that one is probably one of the harshest. Then again, as an American, I don't know how the American accent sounds to a foreign ear. So, I've heard it said that it sounds like everyone's either from California or from Texas. It's either, yeah, dude, or boy, howdy. And fair enough, yeah, I should have put the fucking magic on that whole time. Saved all that life. Why wasn't I thinking? Oh, fuck, that's right. Oh my god. It's a nut. It's a nut. It's a nut. It's an iron knuckle. He's not a nut yet. They're not nuts until later in the series, but right now they're knuckles. They're iron knuckles. Get that knuckle. Oh. Fucking hate this game. No, don't get me wrong. I'm having so much fun. It's just a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of bullshit. I don't think any Zelda game, save for the first two games, that were this much bullshit. Like, I get it. Limitations of the time. You want to give people your money's worth. Shout out to Handsome HD that commented on one of my previous videos, live streams, about the comment that I made about the whole live system thing. And yeah, I get it. I get that that was part of an older system because, you know, they're still evolving out of their sensibilities of putting quarters in a machine, and they want to give you the appearance of longevity, I guess, in terms of gameplay. That way you're not having to keep playing the same thing the whole time, but it's like, oh shit, I died. Okay, fresh start, fresh save, etc. It was all new concepts, and we hadn't figured out what we were doing yet. And the live system still continued through till more modern games. You look at Mario 64, you had a bunch of different lives before you had to start all over, and, you know, yeah, I get it. I guess it just feels like more bullshit, more arbitrary bullshit, of having to restart at the very fucking beginning with these old 8-bit games, because they were not forgiving in the slightest, but they're Nintendo hard for a reason. That way you feel like you get your money's worth. How many of these fucking guys... I just want to kill everything, thank you. I just want to harvest your goddamn experience points. I don't dare try and get a crouch stab in there, because I know that he's going to stab me in the ass if I do. Oh, thank God I made it into the cave first. But I was saying, I don't think that any Zelda game... Any Zelda game that I've played... I don't know. It depends on your definition of arbitrary bullshit. But I don't think that any Zelda game, save for the original NES games, had as much arbitrary bullshit going on. Which is sad to say, because like these are the first 2 games in the series, and this is what got everyone attached to it. And yes, don't get me wrong, I see the appeal. I'm playing the fucking game for a reason. But again, limited by the technology of their time. I guess I'm just surprised that that this game, maybe not this one more as much as it is the original, but the first 2, and then you have to put them as a combo, they came out only, what, 2-3 years apart? And both during the same console, before there was even a concept of a console wars. It was going to be, at least the original thought was, you have the Nintendo Entertainment System, and that's going to be what you have moving forward. It was a pitch, a real tough pitch for Nintendo to try and, well, Nintendo and other companies, to try and sell everyone on the idea of, ooh, 16-bit graphics are better than the 8-bit, and look how much more you can do. Because it was still an era where people bought for longevity of, why do I have to buy this new thing to play games when I can already play games on this one? The technological advancements required the new hardware if we wanted to do more with it. Thus, then, it gave the enticement of upgrade your system so you can play with fancy new graphics and get more adventure out of it. Which, in my personal opinion, I think for the time being, we've pretty much peaked at the whole get this new console to play fancy new graphics and more in-depth shit. I honestly felt like we reached that at PS4 levels, but let's say PS5 levels. PS5, whatever the fuck Xbox is doing, and the Switch 2. Technology is bountiful enough and well advanced. We don't need to keep doing this whole fucking new console every few years, guys. I get it, you know, we all want the new shit and we want to show off more. I do not believe that the companies that are running, the game companies that are running today are prioritizing quality and fun. I think that they're just trying to squeeze out profits, and to do that they have to keep pushing new consoles because they have to please their shareholders and show more advancement year over year. That says nothing for what video games are supposed to be. Video games are supposed to be fun, and I know that that's... He's gonna go right up the shaft, isn't he? Oh, thank God. He's not going right up the shaft. Don't go up the shaft. Oh, thank God he's not going in the shaft. What the fuck? Hang on, I want to give myself the 20-second mark. 20 seconds. Don't go up the shaft. Clip that for a short later. But yeah, so the whole idea originally from the NES to the Super Nintendo is, hey, look at how much more we can do, fancy new graphics, you totally got to get in on this. Alright, cool, so we buy into it. Nothing wrong with that. You know, I want the fancy new graphics. And look at what we got. We got Link to the Past. We got fucking the Super Mario Kart, the first Mario Kart. You got Kirby. You got... Kirby was a big one. There was this weird truck game I used to play, and it was like with the Super FX chip, so it was partially it wasn't partially, it was like 3D graphics, but the Super Nintendo's version of 3D graphics, so it was really weird and really laggy, but it was the coolest shit when I was a kid. Star Fox, you got fucking Star Fox with the Super FX chip, that's what that chip was made for. Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong Country 2, Donkey Kong Country 3, Diddy's Conquest, fucking Monopoly. You can't play Monopoly on the NES. You're not gonna have a good time. So, the original idea of making games is they have to be fun, and then look how much more fun we can give you if we have better graphics and better computing processes. That way we can do more with the fun. Man, I tense up real bad when I'm trying to defeat an Iron Knuckle. But oh, dude, a fart will knock me over. I am a bad cough away from expiring. That is not good for me. Oh my god. But yeah, so that's the original intent, is we're trying to have fun, trying to give a grand adventure. The technology isn't there yet. Okay, so the technology isn't there yet in the NES era. Or, yeah, original NES era. Fine. Look at what they were able to accomplish, and then look at how much more they were able to accomplish. Link to the Past, to my understanding, or from my recollection, in earlier interviews, is Miyamoto had been quoted as saying, Link to the Past is what the original NES Zelda was supposed to be. Had the technology of the time been there. See, he was limited by the technology of his time. Fuck. Okay, so you do the best you can, and it ends up doing well. People loved the Mario, people loved the Zelda. But I just wonder, did they love these entries into the series? Oh, thank God he's still there. Thank you, little fairy. And I know I said he when you're likely a she, but I don't judge one way or another. Forgive my ignorances. Yeah, we're gonna go through up here again, just to clear out. I'm sure there's nothing. But I can use the extra XP, if anything. Fucking shit. What was I saying? I wonder if these games were so enjoyed because they were considered good, or because they were considered that's just what we have for the technology of our time. Because, I mean, no one else was really... Well, there's no great games in the 80s. That's not true. There's no names with such long-staying power as Mario and Zelda, we'll say. And they were born from these motherfucking roots. So it had to be that the fans who liked this in the old days that spawned Tears of the Kingdom to today. Because it is a generational interest. There are new children today that love Zelda. That I've never even played this one, I guarantee. They probably, but that's every generation's consoles. You bring console into the house, and little brothers and sisters, your kids, what have. But for the generation that grew up on this, and this was, I would have to I'd have to say that the original NES Zelda and Link's Adventure, the fans that liked this were the fans that brought about Link to the Past. And its long-staying power. They have to be... Fucking shit. They're the same people. They have to be because of when they came out in relation to one another. And not to say that those who grew with the series just stopped getting into the series. Obviously, that's not going to happen. Well, not in every case, but there'll still be some. With the long-staying series, you have to realize that there's a lot of generational weight. Fuck. There's a reason why people still compare Tears of the Kingdom against Ocarina of Time, because it had that much staying power. Did people compare Ocarina of Time and Link to the Past? Well, you can't do Ocarina of Time against Zelda 2 because it was a 3D versus a 2D. That's two completely different classifications. So you have to compare Link to the Past against Zelda 2. And then is Zelda 2 forgiven its transgressions because of the limitation of the technology of the time? And thus, Link to the Past is considered the quote-unquote start of the Zelda universe? And the commitments to the IP that we've all come to know and love? Or do we have to admit that these original games fucking sucked, but they were the best that we could do at the time that we had and the technology that we had at the time? I'm not and I say fucking sucked because I'm pissed that I have to keep playing this fucking game from the start again. Please! But it's a rite of passage, if you want to say. And I've considered that to be... if you want to consider yourself a fan of something, or you want to consider yourself well-versed on a subject, you have to understand that subject for all it's worth. Years of weight in history do matter, because it's the thoughts of those days that lead to the ideas of tomorrow. You could not have Tears of the Kingdom if there was not Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but it is in truth. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Come on. Why is his head invincible? There we go. Oh. No. Come. No. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. And that was my last life. It's okay. So yeah, that's what I wonder. Is this game... And it's hard to even put it all on this game. It had to be because it was the first sequel. You can't have the rest of the series if you don't count the first sequel. It's like... What other series? You got the fucking Cars movies, okay? Everyone loved Cars. Cars was fucking great. Owen Wilson as fucking Steve McQueen and all these other wonderful characters that I can't remember their voice actors for. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. You know, as for Larry the Cable Guy as Mater, everyone lost their fucking minds. It was brilliant. Then you do a little Cars 2, and okay, people are still digging it. You know, Cars. Why not? I like playing with cars. I drive a car. Okay. Awesome. Green light of Cars 3. We get a Cars 3. Okay. We've lost the plot. Cars 3 is beyond what the fuck else we can do. No, Cars is already done. Where there's nothing more we can get out of a vehicle going from place to place with a face on it. So then what do? Disney's Airplanes. Or Planes, I think it was called. But alright, let's put a face on anything. Fuck it. We know that putting faces on things work because it worked before. Why? Because that first sequel, it told us, hey, this'll work. People still want to see more of this. Alright, cool, we can keep doing. But then you realize with Cars 3, okay, we've kind of played out anything that can be done with vehicles on the ground. Let's do vehicles in the sky. And they change it up. I want to draw a comparison of that to the NES Zelda. Everyone lost their fucking minds because Grand Adventure, brand new. Oh my god, look, you mean a computer can do all this? Then you have Zelda 2, and it's like, oh my god, a computer can do all this? But alright, you know what? Fuck it, I'm here for it. You know, a little bit of adventure, things are still new, still fresh. Then you do Link to the Past, and not to say Link to the Past is the Cars 3 of the series. Link to the Past did very well, to be sure. But I mean it in that Link to the Past is as far with the concept of a 2D, in this regard, that you can go with. Maybe that's unfair, even, because Link to the Past was an isometric, not necessarily top-down, but like three-quarter down view in 2D pixels and sprites. I love sprites. I just love that word, the word sprites. It makes me think of both the soda and the fairy. Because you remember, sprites isn't just limited to graphics in video games. No, it's fairies. They're sprites. It's a type of... would I call them an eldritch being? I would not, but I would call them a fairy tale creature. And a fairy tale creature seems a bit derivative of the fact. I would think it would be... whatever the same classification as Bigfoot is. Would Bigfoot... Bigfoot's not a fairy tale creature, but he's a cryptid. But are sprites cryptids? I don't know if I'd call a sprite a cryptid. I think that's a little bit much. I'm trying to grind and get fuck out of here. I don't want to grind. I'm gonna go face the boss. No, that's gonna be me backing the fuck up. Sprites are not cryptids. Sprites would be folklore. Yeah, we'll say folklore and other derivations. Derivations? Others derived in that same breath. Fae and things like that, we would say. So, I don't want to say folklore and give the impression that they're not real. Because I'm crazy, I believe that all sorts of shit is real. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I mean, it's all real. It all has to be real or it all has to be bullshit. There's no in between. And once you start thinking that way, you realize, man, this world is a crazy and magical, wonderful place. Holy shit. Don't fall for the black pill. Keep taking that, blue pill? No, I don't really live in ignorance, but... Oh, fuck yeah. Sick. Then if I can beat Bojack, then I can get an extra level up out of this place. And get me up to level... It doesn't say. But I've got 2 attack, 3 magic, and 3 life. Feeling pretty good about this. Sprites. Sprites is a funny word. I remember... Ooh, one of my favorite commercials. I'm a big fan of commercials, alright? I like... Because to me, a commercial can be a work of art. You have to sell people on things. And you don't have much time to keep their attention. Excuse me, why the fuck did the game just bug out like that? But even before... Motherfucker. Even before brain rot fried everyone's attention spans into 30-second clips, it was hard to get people's attention. You had to think, like, how can I get these people's attention to sell them some fucking dominoes and shit? And they come out with the Noid. I think the Noid was a fun bunch of commercials, up until that guy wore a Noid mask and killed that poor lady. I think it was several ladies. He shot up a place. I did that on purpose. I'd rather go into this guy with full health than actually fucking try that. But yeah, a guy put on a mask of the Noid, who used to be the mascot for Domino's, and shot up a gas station? School? Shot something up. And since then, yeah, Domino's isn't going to associate themselves with someone... Well, they brought the Noid back that one time, but it was a very soft reveal. And it was 20 years after the event. It's like, well... The whole Jared from Subway thing is much worse, personally. And it's funny to me how many people will rate murder and deception to be less of a sin than pedophilia. I'm not to say that pedophilia should not be treated as anything terrible. No, by all means, damn them all. But where people's things go, like, I'll kill people, but I'm not going to touch kids. I'm a villain, but I'm not a monster. Steps too far. We got the free level up. You love to see it. The whole Jared from Subway thing. I didn't like the Jared commercials. And I'm not just saying that because of what Jared did. I just thought that they were stupid. Because you're obviously not going to get thin eating Subway every day. I don't know why the fuck everyone believed that. Especially nowadays with the way Subway makes their sandwiches. Last I heard, some crazy thing that they put, like, rubber in the bread. Or that it's... shoe cleaner in the bread. Someone told me something that they put some sort of cleanser in the bread that's not supposed to be there. And it's not like those... Well, I don't know. They say that they make the bread on hand every day, and I see them put it in the little oven. But something, I guess, in like the mix they get from the store or from the corporation. I don't know. I don't usually eat at Subway. Though I do have a specific Subway sandwich that I get when I used to go. It was a sandwich that my bestest buddy Danny put me on. Let's see if I can remember it off the top of my head while I'm trying not to die. Son of a bitch. It's an Italian BMT. That's, I don't remember what it all stands for. Like bacon, meat, tomato? No. It's the one with all the meats. Italian BMT. It has like 3 meats on it. Italian BMT on Italian bread. And sometimes Italian urban cheese if that's all that they have. But classic Italian bread. That's what I would usually get it on. And that's what he would usually get it on, too. But, you know, since it seems like Subway, at least for the years after that we had initially gotten it, that they stopped carrying regular-ass Italian bread and they started doing Italian herbs and cheese only. Italian BMT on Italian bread with motherfucking give me this trophy. I'm gonna slap on the shield. You are a piece of shit. Stop throwing them up there. Piece of shit. Stop. There we go. Italian BMT on Italian bread. Provolone cheese. Of course, we want it toasted. And light. I don't say lightly toasted, but I like it when they toast it lighter. Sometimes they can toast it too much where the bread's like hard. I don't want the hard bread hard. I want some crunch, but I don't want it hard. Anyway, where's the... Yeah, it's this way. Right, we need to go south to get magic. I'm gonna go in here because these guys do give me... No, they don't give me. Do they? Okay, yes they do. Alright, we're gonna get grind for a little bit of experience here. Italian BMT on Italian bread with provolone cheese and toast that bitch. Then once you take it out, vegetables. Lettuce, tomato, jalapenos, and banana peppers. I like a spicy sandwich. Ooh, that's a spicy meatball. But no meatballs. Lettuce, tomato, bananas, jalapeno peppers. Seasonings. No seasonings, but sauce. I go heavy on the sauce. I'm a big sauce guy. I hate dry food. And it's not like so much a texture thing, it's just like... Of all the things I could eat, why would I eat something dry? That just fucking sucks. Oh, I'm gonna cough. I don't want to cough. I'm like, it's a little dry. It's a little... We're eating in the desert. But... For the sauces, it's Chipotle Southwest. Creamy Sriracha. They used to have another one that I can't remember, and I haven't been able to remember for years, because it was 3 sauces, but I can only remember the 2. But yeah. Creamy Sriracha, jalapeno, and Chipotle Southwest. And then close that bitch up and I'll eat it. That's the sandwich. It's a good sandwich. It ends up being pretty big. If I go crazy with it, I'll do double meat plus bacon. But typically, well, when it was cheaper, I would just go with, I would try and do the double everything. Because if I'm going to get a sandwich, and you're really getting 2 sandwiches if you're getting the foot long, because then you're getting a sandwich for now and a sandwich for later. Or if you're a fat ass, then you're going to eat the whole fucking sandwich in one sitting, like I did. I don't want to try and deceive you guys. I would eat the whole thing in one sitting, as most people often do. Don't ever feel bad for eating. It's alright. You know, you don't have to stuff your face all the time, but don't feel bad about, you know, getting a bite. So yeah, 2 sandwiches in, and it's a lot of food, especially if you get the double meat on it. It can be a lot of food, which is good. Good value at the time, anyway. But they got way too expensive, and then just weird things that may or may not be happening with the food. So it's just like, better not to eat that. There was a time where I would go to Port of Subs. Port of Subs. I don't know how widespread that chain is. My cousin and I like it. He's a very big fan of it. I had another cousin that actually worked for Port of Subs. A lot of interesting characters you meet in a Port of Subs. I'm going to tell you about that right now. I saved your trophy. Can I meet your uncle, your father? Who is he? She's not in here with me. I got tricked. With this, you can jump very high. Sick. You'll love to see it. So how do we get on the topic of Subway? We were talking about commercials. We were talking about Jared from Subway. So doubling back to commercials, because I don't want to talk about Jared from Subway. I like commercials. I don't enjoy watching ads. I think there's a distinct difference between a commercial and an advertisement. I think that an advertisement can be a commercial, but a commercial isn't always an advertisement. And what I mean by that, and it's not even just like the medium on which it's served, or like the length of time. You can have a commercial on TikTok, we'll say, or Instagram, or YouTube Shorts, any sort of short-form content. You can have a commercial on there. But I think that the difference between a commercial and an advertisement primarily is the quality and the sort of tactic that they go with, the company goes with, to sell you the product. Because like an advertisement can be just like a basic little jingle. Even have some quick dialogue with it. You know, you're trying to sell some Febreze air freshener. Okay, that can be a commercial. It can also be an advertisement. More often than not, are they advertisements because Febreze doesn't do anything commercial worthy. And I don't just mean like trying to get in on hype, like how the Super Bowl. Man, I heard the Super Bowl this year was really bad with the AI ads. But like how the Super Bowl will have commercials. Everyone's very clear on those being commercials because of the amount of effort that goes into them to try and get hype around a particular product or idea. To my understanding, though, this year, with all the AI bullshit, it was only ads. Ain't good. We're gonna hit the gas a little bit and try and get the fuck back where we're going. Alright, back to where we were. Fuck. So yeah, it's the level of effort put in. If you just want to mindlessly buy, consume, purchase, like, that's an advertisement. If you want to try and entice, if you want to try and get people interested in your product or your brand, that's a commercial. And I can get down with a good commercial. I cannot get down with a advertisement. Advertisements by nature bug the shit out of me. It's just a fucking real-life pop-up, and it pisses me off, because I don't want to see pop-ups. I hate pop-ups on my computer, on my phone. I don't want to see pop-ups in real life, and yet that's all the commercials, or advertisements are to me. But a commercial, oh boy, a good commercial, that'll keep you entranced. You'll watch it again and again. Like, as a dumb example, but still meaningful enough, I did. I want to give a shout out to Thor, T-H-O-A-R. Thor. He had subscribed while the stream was away over the weekend, or between the last 2 days, the day before yesterday and today. Motherfucker! So he wasn't, it didn't happen on stream, so I couldn't give a shout out, but I do want to retroactively make sure that I gave him that little something. Thor. Thank you for subscribing. And again to Heru the King, because I still see him at the top of my recent analytics. Oh shit! I love when people subscribe. I like to think that I'm entertaining enough, or at least I talk enough bullshit to make for good background noise. Okay, we're gonna use jump right here. Matt hops. But what was I saying? So yeah, commercials and advertisements. Commercials can be advertisements, but advertisements can't be commercials. Or aren't always. LeBron James, do you want a Sprite Cranberry? That, man, that was a commercial. That was something else. Oh my god, that's right, the birds are here if I go with the Moblin style overhead. Oh fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And the birds steal my experience points. Stop touching me. Stop touching me. Stop touching me. I don't want you to touch me. I said no. No means no, and it's supposed to. Hey! There we go. Alright, get me the fuck out of there. I wasted the goddamn ferry. A little pissed. A little pissed, not gonna lie. But it's alright. Ooh. I should be putting shield on when I get in these situations. Nice, got the free life, or the doll, or whatever the fuck this is. Let's just make a run. Fairies! Gimme! What the fuck? Oh, you've got to be absolutely shitting me right now. I'm gonna die to these fleas. I died to the fleas. Okay. LeBron James, do you want a Sprite Cranberry? Those were beautiful commercials. Particularly the one where it was the Christmas event. Well, because it was released over the holidays. But it was claymation, animated. Beautifully done. It was a quick little 30-second spot. I don't remember who did the music for that. I know the original commercial, the live-action one, the music was done by Lil Yachty, I believe. Which, in and of itself, beautiful work of art, I have to say. Mr. Yachty, thank you, and do more of that. The Christmas one, thank you, Bagu, for giving me a note to show the Riverman. I appreciate that. Christmas one was my favorite, because it was claymation, it was stylized, it was lighthearted, had a quick message to show, family at Thanksgiving, all having a great time eating a meal. It's really hot and stuffy, as, you know, family gatherings can be, and as the holidays can be when you're surrounded by a warm fire. So hey, you thirsty? You want a Sprite Cranberry? Loved it. Beautiful. Absolute cinema. Few commercials ever meet that level of work. I say the level of effort. Give me the fucking fare. God damn it. What's another commercial that I could think of that reaches that level of effort? Or that I would say would be maybe not even that level of effort, but that meets a level of effort worthy of note, i.e., noteworthy. Carl's Jr. When Carl's Jr. was doing the whole rebrand, trying to show everyone, hey, we're not just about boobs and burgers, because that was a phase in our life in the early 2000s. They were trying to go back to being the all-American burger place, and they got... What is his name? Oh, fuck, what's his name? And I love that dude, too. I don't ever get to see him in projects too often. Motherfucker. He was on Whose Line Is It Anyway a lot, and I'm not talking about Ryan Stiles or Colin Mockery or Wayne Brady, or Greg Proops, though he was in Star Wars The Phantom Menace, and I thought that was really cool trivia. But it's the other guy, Chip Estine. Chip Estine played Carl Sr. in those commercials, and boy howdy, were those some commercials. That was cool. Put some hair on your chest. Makes you want to eat a burger and drive a fucking big car. Hell yeah. It was definitely a hell yeah brother without it being like comically hell yeah brother. It was cool as hell. I recommend you go watch it. Go look up the Carl Sr. commercial. I'd show it right now. YouTube wouldn't crucify me about copyright. It's again a really good commercial, dude. Oh, I must have watched that commercial at least 20 times. And I'll look up good commercials because I'm curious about good commercials. I want to know. It was the Wendy's Where's the Beef campaign. That one was funny. I thought that it was more relatable than the, what was it, Where's Bob or whatever it was. The Burger King commercial set that they were doing at the time. I didn't really dig that one. I felt like kind of... just blasé, I suppose. See, but that's like... and there's a certain range in time frames that I find... Oh my god, it's another fucking one of these. Time frames where you'll find quality commercials where they really let the director and the artist go nuts. And it ends up working out for the best. Because too often do you find that commercials are filled with so much corporate slop of trying to mass market appeal to fucking everybody that it then appeals the product to nobody. Or they try changing who their market is geared to, or their product is geared to, and that always backfires. No offense to, well, the whole Bud Light commercial change affected their profits a lot, and you know what? If that's what they wanted to do as a company, it's not who Bud Light was always marketing towards, so of course their customer base is going to feel alienated as a result. I don't think that there's anything wrong with having What's-Her-Face do the Bud Light thing, but that's what I'm accepting of trans people. But the market, the customer market for Bud Light, that motherfucking, he's gonna kill me, that has bought Bud Light for the past however many years since they've been a company, isn't as reliable for being accepting of such things. And you know what? We're all different people. We all have our faults. You can't upset your customer base and start appealing to someone else without expecting that to backfire in your face. If you have fans of a product and then you start changing that product, not even changing the product, changing who the product's supposed to be for, and I suppose that would be through your marketing. Well, obviously is because that's what happened. Then obviously it's not going to play out too well for you. I think another example, I don't know if it's the best example, but it's an example I'm going to pull, is the Gillette razor controversy. Gillette razors, a clean man shave, and everyone knows that. But they ran a advertising campaign, I can't remember when, where it was like taking... It was shitting on men, basically. It was supposed to be a certain sense of responsibility that, you know, men are supposed to have in caring for each other and such, and not being bullies and being dicks. But it becomes so... I felt meta and preachy when I had watched it as a man who used to shave with Gillette razors. It's like, I get it. Don't be a dick to people. Don't be a jerk. Don't stand by bullies. And, you know, we shouldn't let other men be, like, you know, unnecessarily mean. But at the same time, like, the examples are so fucking exaggerated. And I want to say poignant to the point where it loses the goddamn point. When you become too meta about what you're trying to say, you end up losing everything about it. It's like... like in Star Wars The Last Jedi. Very controversial. Do I not... oh, fuck, you gotta be fucking me. I don't have enough magic to get through here. Because I just used the last of my fucking magic to... hey, can you guys give me a pot of magic, please? Okay, thank you for the points, but I don't have enough magic to get on top of this cliff. Okay, so these guys just keep respawning, so that's good. I'm just gonna harvest them until one of them drops magic. Thank you, Nintendo 1987, for putting that in the budget, that you can regenerate enemies in this little spot. But in The Last Jedi, when Finn is doing the whole self-sacrifice mission, flying the whatever the hell it was straight at the enemy, and how none of the enemies shot him down, beyond me, but okay. And then that one character, I can't remember her name, nor will I bother to remember her name. I don't blame the actress, I blame the poor writing. Where she, out of nowhere, comes from the side, and it's this wide open fucking plane. It's wide, like, imagine, like, in this box that I'm at. All the enemy are down here, okay, looking up. Finn's coming straight down. Alright, wide open fucking plane, no one is shooting at him from on top, and then out of nowhere from the side becomes this other character who knocks him out and tries to save his life. That way he doesn't suicide run the enemy, and that way he gets to live to see the end of the day. And Finn, if I recall from the film, it's been so long and I'm not going to rewatch it, he's pissed, because he's like, oh, what, I'm going to kill him, blow him up, why would you do this? And it's like, oh, we shouldn't be, how did it go? We shouldn't be fighting to destroy the things we hate, we should be fighting to save the things we love. And I get it. I do. Because you are 100% right. You shouldn't, you know, out of anger, should be out of care for, you know, and that's where most fights are born from, we'll say, are out of care, protecting, whatever. Yes. Fine. You are on the money. That was not the fucking time or place. You were in the middle of a goddamn war with the... what are they called? The First Order. It was so bad. It was so fucking bad. And it was... I can't get over... no one shot them down. No one shot either of those two fucking idiots down. In this single file line of AT&T, AT-ATs, whatever the new version of them were. All sorts of different fucking pods, transports, what have. All fitted with lasers like fucking crazy. Nobody in this entire fucking army decided, hey, you know what? These people that are getting weirdly close and looks like he's gonna ram us? Yeah, why don't I get some pot shots on him? It'll be good practice for the boys if nothing else. Not a single one of them thought that. That alone is enough to piss me the fuck off about it. But the hackneyed, we're not fighting to destroy what we hate, we're fighting to save what we love? Like, seriously? And let me be sure, like, she didn't, like, if I recall, she didn't bring his ass all the way back to the base to say that. She said that there, when they're on the battlefield, where someone can still take pot shots and kill them. It's like, I get the point you're trying to make, Disney, but shut the fuck up, bro. This is not the time to be doing this. But you're being so, you're forcing this discussion so bad in a situation where it's not called for. Oh, it's so fucking dumb. It's just so fucking dumb. Anyway, how did I get on? I love Star Wars. I want to be very clear. I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I do not like the new Disney Star Wars. Let me be clear about that. I do not like the sequel trilogy. There's a lot of Disney Star Wars product that I like. A lot of people shit on Ahsoka. It wasn't the greatest, but I liked Ahsoka. It had potential. They tried. It's more than I can say what they did for Kenobi. And that sucks, man. Ewan McGregor back in the saddle as fucking Obi-Wan, and we get to see some Hayden Christensen, Darth Vader flashbacks. Totally down for that. They fucked it up when they included what's-her-face, the fifth sister or whatever, that one... that one stupid ass... that one stupid ass Inquisitor with the dumb hair, who her only power was screaming, it felt like. She stabbed the Grand Inquisitor, and it made no difference because he had a second stomach, because getting stabbed doesn't fucking matter in Star Wars anymore. Hasn't for a long time. She tries going after Kenobi, ends up failing, obviously, because the plot demands, and it's Kenobi, because we know he has to survive to be there for A New Hope. That's the problem when you do backwards, like, looking back projects on this. We already know where these characters are going to be. You can't give us drama and intensity when we know where they're going to be. You have to find new ways, not this whole, are they going to die? Obviously they're not. So put them in situations where they change and they develop into the character that they're going to be. Rather than making us think, oh my god, are they going to die? Is Leia, this fucking 6-year-old, going to be able to outrun these fully grown men in the forest? It was so fucking bad. That third sister, whatever her name was, she stabbed the Grand Inquisitor, it didn't fucking matter. She tried hunting down Kenobi, didn't fucking matter. She then found out that she knows who Kenobi is, and it was all a ploy because she's just gonna try and kill Vader. Takes her one chance at it, fucks it up so it doesn't even fucking matter. And then goes to Tatooine for some fucking reason to try and threaten Luke, and then that doesn't even fucking work. And then she dies in, I think she dies in the desert on her own. I know it was some made up bullshit, I forgive you, Obi-Wan pulls on her. Which, like, yeah, makes sense for him as a Jedi to forgive, because he's not supposed to hold grudges, he's a fucking Jedi, but it feels so cheap. It feels so fucking cheap and forced, and it pissed me off even more. That was bad. A lot of Kenobi was not good. And from what I remember from what Ewan was saying, was that originally supposed to be a movie, but then they lengthened it into a series. And typically you would think, like, okay, going from a series, or from a movie to a series, you can tell more story, you can do more with it. I wish they would have just kept it to a fucking movie. That way I don't feel as like I've wasted as much time as I fucking did watching it. And I feel bad saying that, because it's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi. Why would anyone want to feel bad about watching fucking Obi-Wan? And yet, they fucked it on up. And they made it super anime bullshit at the end, with Obi-Wan magically being able to get most of his force powers back so he can just start pelting Darth Vader with rocks. And it was this whole, like, my powers come back to me now, and I can do. It was very anime. Watch it. Please don't watch it, because I don't want to be responsible for the fucking lethargy you're all gonna feel from watching it. But if you watch it, it's a bunch of anime bullshit. And I like anime. I want to be clear about that. I do enjoy anime. But anime works in the realm of anime. You cannot bring anime rules into live action without it looking ridiculous. It has never fucking worked. It has never fucking worked. Save for the Seven Samurai, where they were able to accidentally pull off that one, after he strikes with his sword, he starts gushing blood effect. That was a complete fucking accident. That was cool, but save for that, you cannot make anime bullshit work in real life. It just looks bad. It looks bad, it looks forced, it looks uncomfortable. Death Note, live action, didn't do that well. One Piece, live action, didn't do that fucking well. Full Metal Alchemist, live action, guess what? Didn't fucking do that well. Why? Because the concept of anime itself is in contrast to real life. It's supposed to be an exaggeration of what can happen to help further serve the narrative and story. You lose that when you bring that to real life, because it's not supposed to be fucking real life. Why would you ever want a live action anime? That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. I can understand how it would sound cool, don't get me wrong, but the medium by nature is not designed for that. It's not supposed to be live action because it's supposed to be exaggerated. Even if you take the most basic slice of life anime, you can't force that into live action because then it's going to feel uncomfortable when you look at the characters themselves trying to express these emotions, because it no longer becomes a live action anime, it's just a fucking drama. And not everyone likes drama. Some people do, and kudos for them. I like a good drama every now and then, but I'll tell you what I don't like mixed in my drama is fucking anime, because I watch anime for anime and drama for drama. You can't bring the wackiness that comes inherent with anime into a live-action setting, is the point that I'm getting at. I'm getting really animated, and I'm glad because it's giving me a lot to talk about while I just fucking mill through this goddamn level again. How long have we been recording? Only an hour? I'm making great fucking time. It took me 3 streams to get to this place last time. I'm gonna shield up right here. But yeah, live-action anime does not work. It's not supposed to work. By nature, it's not one to the other. You fucking down A. This down A heaven. Get out of here. There we go. I need a drink of something. What do I got in here? Root beer. Root beer! Oh. Got Dr. Pepper in the mini fridge too. I recently bought 2 cases. I don't normally go in for soda, but I had a hankering for some Sody Pop. And they had a good deal, which is rare to see these days, how expensive everything is. I got Dr. Pepper and root beer. Which... What are my top sodas? I have to think about that now. I like Pepsi. Dr. Pepper's my number 1, always has been. I do like root beer. I don't like root beer for my root beer floats, though. I would much prefer orange soda and make an orange creamsicle, I guess you'd call that. I don't know. I get that everyone's like, oh, root beer floats. I've never been a big root beer float guy. I've always preferred putting orange soda in that because I like the creamsicle effect better. There's already so much vanilla in root beer that I think that putting in the vanilla ice cream just overkills it. Oh, fuck. Shit. It's fine. It's only one of them. But what was I saying? Favorite sodas. It's Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, root beer, not in that order. I do enjoy a crispy Sprite, though I do not go out of my way for Sprite. I want to be very clear on that. I don't mind generics. I don't really mind generic sodas, Mr. Pibb and such. Dr. K. I've never had Tab soda. Never had cream soda, actually. I wonder what that would taste like. I wonder if I would like a cream soda. Well, I guess I kind of have had a cream soda if you think of the orange creamsicle things that I would make. I have orange soda in my fridge. I should go buy some vanilla ice cream. No, because like, how often do you find yourself buying vanilla ice cream? Just get your favorite fucking flavor of ice cream. Is it through? It's not through here. It's all the way at the top. It's not all the way at the top. It's through here. Whenever I think of root beer floats and orange creamsicles, I think of my 3rd grade experience in school. I went to an elementary school, as did most children. It was standard in American education. Primary school for my over-the-water friends. Excuse me, that was disgusting. What's gonna be more disgusting is when I die here in a second. Just watch this shit happen. Oh! What was that noise? You know, I saw that happen like a half second before it happened. I want to give a quick listen in on the stream, see how everything's looking, because I'm just now looking at the stream up here, and I'm realizing that the sound might be fucked. Like a half second before it happened. No, we're fine. Yeah, we're fine on the audio mix. If anything, my voice is a little too loud. I'll have to fuck with that in a second. So I'll fuck with that right now. I will unpause this, though. That way there's something to listen to while I do this. Here we go. Filters, edit filter. I put my gain up to 8. Let's drop that down to 6. Can I drop that down to 6? There we go. See how well that does, and then I'll check in on the stream again in a second. I don't want to be too loud. Bust everyone's eardrums out. Or that there's just weird audio mixing between my voice and the gameplay. But whenever I think about ice cream floats, creamsicles, or root beers, I would think of my 3rd grade elementary school experience. I can't remember why we had root beer floats in school. I remember. It was one of those, like, reading challenges. If you can read this many books or this many pages of books, then you can, then you get prizes and, like, special kudos and what have. I had... Anytime those challenges had gone around of read these many pages, I would just reread the whole Harry Potter series. Because I was a big Harry Potter kid as a kid. I used to wear glasses and felt disenfranchised. So I fell in perfectly with the desire to get isekai'd off into a new world. I believe Harry Potter could be considered an isekai because of the nature of his transport into the new magical world. But then he does get returned into his original world by the end of each book. So it's only temporary. Well, until the end of the last book, then he's free to live in the new magical world that he's always wanted to. Free and clear, we'll say, at the end of the last book, without, you know, the constant threat of death hanging over him. But I would always just reread the whole fucking Harry Potter series, which I was a fan of. When I was born, and by the time my brain was conscious, I believe that Harry Potter 3, Prisoner of Azkaban, was the most recent one to come out, because I remember going to Barnes & Noble's and buying 4 and 5, and then 6 eventually, and then 7 eventually. Yeah. I grew up as the movies came out. Daniel Radcliffe's brilliant performance, must say. I remember back in the day when there was, like, talks... what was that one TV show, Extra, or whatever it was, that was on Fox, FX, whatever the fuck it was, that would talk about celebrity gossip and things that might be coming to the theaters and changes in shows and shit like that. And I remember the news that Daniel Radcliffe might be recast in the Harry Potter movies and around like film 5 or 6 because they thought like, oh, he got too old for it. And I'm glad that they didn't. I'm really glad that they kept with him. Because Daniel Radcliffe is Harry Potter, and that was the progression that, you know, we want to see. I think that they went fucking crazy with how the movies changed from the books, and the books are obviously way better, but the books are always way better because they're supposed to tell a more complete story than the film, which is only supposed to capture your attention for an hour and a fucking half. Because for some reason, we all agree that that's the limit that movies can be. I don't fucking get it either. What happened in the days when movies would have intermissions? Just do intermissions. Make a movie a whole fucking night's worth if you want. It doesn't fucking matter. Just make sure the story's good. People keep joking all the time about how they want a fucking 72-hour cut of Lord of the Rings and that they would watch that on repeat every fucking day for the rest of their lives. You can do that. You can do that. Nothing's stopping you. Only your imagination. Anyway, I'm glad they didn't replace Daniel Radcliffe. I'm curious to see how this new Harry Potter thing's gonna go. Because they tried with Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. That was a mighty fine movie. I liked it a lot. I saw that film in theaters with my entire hotel. I was working in a hotel at the time, and my general manager and I were very happy with how production had gone. Got the rooms cleaned. We consistently got rooms cleaned and met occupancy levels well beyond what we were expecting. Made a lot of money, basically. So we decided for the Employee Appreciation Week, because Marriott's very big. It was a Marriott, by the way. It's very big on employee appreciation, which is very nice, because it really is the employees that make everything happen. You take care of your employees, they'll take care of you and your guests. I think that the later Marriott family might have gotten away from that, but original Bill Marriott Sr., he knew what he was talking about. Back when he ran the company. Actually, I have a couple of his books knocking around here somewhere. But, what was I saying? Yeah, so at the end of Employee Appreciation Week, we had done a variety of different things. We did like barbecues and raffles and all stuff throughout the week. But at the end of the week, we bought a bunch of tickets. We ended up doing a trade with this Megaplex. It's actually called the Megaplex. Did this whole trade with the managers of that place, saying, hey, stay at our hotel for free for a couple of nights and we get a shit ton of tickets for our employees. They're like, yeah, fuck it, cool. We just want suites. I'm like, okay, cool. Our suites aren't that fantastic, but we will happily give them to you. Nothing against the property itself, just it was a Spring Hill Suites, so they're not designed for... It's like one of those every room's a suite kind of deal, so then none of the rooms are a suite. Nice rooms though. Hate to clean them. But, fuck, this one has birds. But yeah, so we made a trade, motherfucker, with the owners of the theater, or maybe the managers, I don't really remember who. My GM did the actual negotiation, I just ran the numbers for what we needed. But we were able to take all of our employees who worked in the hotel to the movies. We got them popcorn and soda. And I don't mean like a little kitty box popcorn and soda, I'm talking about we went big. Like we got everyone refillable extra larges, and you could bring all the family that you wanted, which was really nice. We had some team members that brought like 6 family members, which was cool. It made me feel less self-conscious because I was one of the people that brought 6 family members. Because fuck yeah, if my job is paying for me to go to the movies for free, I'm taking advantage of that. I love the movies. I love going to the movies proper. Not to say anything wrong watching movies at home, but there's nothing like going to the movie theater. Even though it's gotten ridiculously fucking expensive on the concessions, I still love the experience of going to the theater. But yeah, so all the employees and all their family, and we were able to watch Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It was a beautiful film. I liked it a lot. We thought, I was like, okay, this is the good family fun movie theater for the year. Movie of the year. We'll take everyone to see this. And I liked it. I thought it was a good film. I was enjoying it. Then came the second Fantastic Beasts. It was Fantastic Beasts 2 Electric Boogaloo. I can't remember. That's where things started getting a little weird. Because then suddenly the film no longer becomes about Newt Scamander. It becomes about Dumbledore and this high twist plot that he's pulling off. Which, okay. Hey, you know what? Fuck. I hate this game. That's what I want to tell you. Which, like, hey, you know what? Cool. I guess. They kept trying to make Newt the main character, but it's like, it's no longer Fantastic Beasts. There's hardly any fucking beasts in here. But okay, they did that. It was alright. It was okay. It was trying to tell, because they placed it before the original Harry Potter movies, as part of the wider Wizarding world, which I thought was a brilliant idea to do the Wizarding world. Focus more on the world that everyone wants to be a part of. World building's important. But because they set it in the time period that they did, before Harry went to school, fine, they decided that simultaneously, they're now going to make the movie, the sequel and the third movie thereafter, about the drama that occurs between Dumbledore and Grindelwald. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, it doesn't even fucking matter. I'm just gonna keep talking, keep playing this in the background while you're cooking, keep playing this in the background while you're playing on your phone. Doesn't matter. This part isn't for you, except for the hyper Harry Potter nerds, I guess. Listen, guys. How they handled the whole Grindelwald shit was terrible. Jude Law is not a bad actor. Johnny Depp is not a bad actor. Mads Mikkelsen, I can't remember his name, I believe it is not a bad actor. They're good actors. So what the fuck happened in that movie? Why was it so bad? Oh. It was poorly written with shit all over the fucking place, and it was trying to give you like a plot twist, and they were trying to Ocean's 11 it. In the third movie. Let me focus on the second movie first, before I get to my gripes about the third movie. In the second movie, I can't even remember what the fuck happens into it. That's how not good it was. Because, like, even shitty movies I'll remember. Because I love a good bad film. There's bad films, and they can be good in how bad they are. What happened in the second fucking movie? I have to actually remember now because I'm talking about this, because I don't want to just leave that point hanging off. I remember the second movie ends in a crypt. The whole fucking thing... What was it? The human... And the actor who played the human, I can't... The regular, the muggle, the nomad, if you want to call him that, and be a fucking ponce. And I will refer to you as a ponce if you're going to start calling non-magical people no-mages. That was the dumbest fucking thing. Just, they should have kept it muggle. I get that they wanted to do like a regional difference. Was so dumb. Was so fucking dumb. No-mage sounds retarded. I don't like it. It's dumb. Anyway. I'm sorry. I had special feelings about that. I remember reading like the new press releases for the movie before the movie came out and how they were calling it no mages. So like and I'm in America, to be sure. So then suddenly we all have to start referring to each other as no mages if we're playing Harry Potter games with our friends. I was like, that's dumb. That's dumb. That feels like more of a slur than Muggle does. And Muggle isn't even. That would be Mudblood. I want to be very clear about that. Oh shit. It's just like low effort, just dumb, just so fucking dumb. Anyway, so the nomad, the muggle from the first movie, whatever his name was, I can't remember. He wanted to open up a bakery, and he was the best character in the fucking first movie. I even liked him more than Newt. Like, Newt was awesome, don't get me wrong, but the muggle was the main character of that fucking movie. Then the second one where he gets his memory wiped at the end of the fucking movie, which had to happen. The second movie happens where he's back because Queenie, the blonde, I remember her name. I liked her character a lot. Queenie had given him his memory back and had enchanted him to fall in love with her, even though you're not supposed to do that. Which we laughed. I know that it's a tough thing. Because on the one hand, she enchanted him into loving her and continued to take him against his will. If you look at it from that lens, it's a bad look. If you look at it from the lens of, if a guy did that to a girl, that would be a much worse look. I can get it, though. I can get it. Because, like, that does happen. Whether you like it or not, that does happen in the world. People manipulate others into staying with them and doing whatever they want. Regardless of gender, it happens. It's not good, but it's gonna happen. The fact that they didn't have that work out to any sort of detriment for Queenie bothered me, because like no consequence came from that. There was no development in her character to push into that. What ended up pushing... Queenie ended up joining Grindelwald and his cronies. I don't remember why. I think it was like something he was able to convince her, like, magic is for magic users, and we shouldn't have to tolerate muggles and shit like that. I don't remember. It was really dull. The end of the movie was the plot twist of, oh, this random boy that's been plagued with bad thoughts, who everyone treated as a squib, but was actually a very powerful wizard. Squib being a child born to magical parents but cannot use magic, which is the saddest fucking thing in the world, honestly. I feel bad for Argus Filch, the caretaker in the Harry Potter movies. He was a squib, and poor boy. He had to spend his life surrounded by kids that could do magic and would taunt him because he can't do that shit. Not that they ever knew he was a squib, but everyone kind of had a feeling since the man couldn't do any magic. Still, he had his cat, Mrs. Norris, and I did like Mrs. Norris. I don't know. Cats are cool. I own dogs, but I do like cats. I like all sorts of animals. Anyway. So, tell me that we got... Okay, thank God, it's just the Octoroks. So yeah, the second movie was terrible. I don't remember shit about it. I remember it ends in a crypt. The Lestranges, the ancestors of Bellatrix Lestrange, however the fuck you want to say it. Bellatrix Lestrange, a pureblood who ends up working with Voldemort later in the timeline. Her grandparents or something were in Paris and joined with Grindelwald, and it was all this shit, so it was like trying to get all the purebloods together to take out the Muggles, and it was this whole fucking thing. Nicodemus. No, not Nicodemus. Sorry. Wrong, completely wrong area of history. Artemis? No. Nicholas Flamel. Thank you. Philosopher's Stone. He was in that movie. He actually showed up in the film, and he was already like 500 years old by the time that they run into him. It's like, oh, okay, that's cool. It was really nice that they brought Nicholas Flamel in. It was funnier still that they made him like super frail, which makes sense because he's an old fucking man. If you lived as long as he was, you couldn't really do much of anything. Because, yeah, you can extend your life, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be full of life. There's always a catch with magic. You can work out well, but there's always a catch. So what was I thinking? Yeah, so the Nicholas Flamel thing was really the highlight. I couldn't tell you one fucking scene of that movie that mattered to me. Yeah, and even mattered to the third movie in the long scheme. Like, I get it. This weird fucking kid is now suddenly Dumbledore's long-lost brother that he never knew about and shit. And yeah, you can do that. It's not going to be good, but you can do that. They tried to bring in Dumbledore's other brother, and then the drama that happened with what happened with their sister. Because that was... Motherfucker! Because that was part of the books too. At least it was in the drama that unfolded in the 7th book. Where Harry finds out that Dumbledore had this big secret. It was his sister that was killed when Dumbledore got into a skirmish with Grindelwald about... was it with Grindelwald or was it his brother? I don't fucking remember. It's been a few years, and I apologize if so. For forgetting it. But that was when Dumbledore had a chunk taken out of his nose, was during that battle, at least if I recall correctly. Shit. But they were trying to do the whole backstory, or the whole drama that was revealed in Book 7 of Harry Potter. Deathly Hallows. Because J.K. Rowling did not remember to put any of that shit in the old movie, other books, because she hadn't thought of it yet, and I don't blame her, because it has to do with Dumbledore. Why focus on Dumbledore when you have Harry as your main fucking character? Anyway. I'm gonna throw on shield, I don't trust this hallway. I was right not to trust this hallway. This hallway is evil, but I know where I am now. And I have 1 life left, so I better make it count. So yeah, so Fantastic Beasts 2 and 3 ends up going through the drama of trying to build on the drama of what happened, as we know what happened posthumously. Thank you. From the Harry Potter books. 2 doesn't mean anything. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. 3. Fantastic Beasts 3. They tried to turn it into a heist film. They tried to turn it into a heist film that made no fucking sense. At least, not at first. Oh, thank God. Some bullshit. Wait. Oh, this one turns back the clock. This one makes the clock go forward. Good to know. I didn't know that I have a forward and reverse. I'm not going to utilize the reverse to try and cheat my way out between the lives. That just feels like I'm going too far. I'll speed up the gameplay to go through these dead areas, but I'm not going to force it for... Like, trying to save scum lives. That just seems scummy. I'll save scum like a motherfucker, but not in this game. This game's... I have to earn my stripes on it, and then never touch this fucking game again. Seriously, I never want to touch this. I've never even touched this game much before this fucking playthrough. I always knew it was too old for me at the time. It was like, no, this is... Things were too simple. Can't go this far back. Because at what point do you just start... Like, oh, you know what? I want to listen to some old shit. Oh, okay, cool. Do you want to listen to some, like, early 2000s music on the radio? It's like, no, man, I want to listen to some old shit. Okay, do you want to listen to some cassette tapes? Nah, bro, I want to listen to some old shit. Okay, we got vinyls? No, bro, I want to listen to some old shit. Here's some fucking Morse code. Start reading, bitch. Like, how old do you gotta go back? No, dude, no, is what I gotta say to that. No. And yet I'm still playing this fuck-ass game. It's not that it's bad. It's a product of its time. I just don't understand. Well, there wasn't any alternatives. I get to see it through the lens of I can load up at the same time the latest fucking Call of Duty. The same system I use to play Fortnite is the same system I'm using to play, well, process rather, other things. So then what? Is it a bad game or is it a good game? It's a good game for its time. Is 2D Zelda lost? I don't know. The isometric 2.5D Zeldas seem to be doing very well. Link Between Worlds did very well. Echoes of Wisdom, to my understanding, did very well. The Link's Awakening remake, third remake to be sure, did very well. Because remember, there's Link's Awakening, there's Link's Awakening DX, and there's Link's Awakening. Which, like, hey, you know what? I'm not upset by a remake. A remake can be good if you're trying to bring the game into a new era and say, hey, this is going to be our definitive version moving forward. Sweet. But you can't just disregard the original and change up the formula too much. Not to say that Link's Awakening, the new one, did that. I haven't played that, but then I also haven't played the original. I hope to play both and compare the two and see, you know, is it a faithful remake or is it a remaster? And I guess there's a difference between the two, remake and a remaster. A remaster is just a fresh coat of paint. A remake is from the ground up, I would think. Even though remaster seems like it would be the premium of the two, I think a remake gives the impression of a complete do-over. Why has there been no Zelda 2 Link's Awakening remake? Or Link's Adventure remake? There isn't it, because it's a bad game. It sucks. The NES Legend of Zelda remake was Link to the Past. Miyamoto said himself. But Link's Adventure remake? No. Nah, dude. You okay, Taber? We're shitting on these video games, you okay? You come sit on the desk? I see her like cruising around in the background. Come here. Come sit right here. Come sit with Daddy. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You sit in my arms while I kill these Octoroks. Just, you know, don't cover the screen so I can't see him. I just said don't cover the... Yes, my teddy bear. Motherfucker. Teddy bear, I'm trying to explain to these people why Link's Adventure is bad, and I think that they can already see it on their faces as they try seeing this game. It's not bad, it's a product of its time. And it has so much more going for it than the original Legend of Zelda did. The original Legend of Zelda was as basic can be. This one tries to do something new, and does a whole lot more with it, adding the whole magic system rather than solely being able to do just beams, adding the differential between shooting beams at full health. Well, no. Shooting beams at full health versus fractional health was in the first Zelda game. So the whole magic system, being able to collect magical spells, that's cool. The item system and the items you find in the game, that's still not original because you find items in the first game. So then what's original about this? It's that it's side-scroll, and that it has magic. I can't even say the bosses are original, because the original game had original bosses. You gonna keep licking my nose? Keep licking my nose? You gonna keep licking my nose? Oh, you want me to pet you? But I'm playing a game right now. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Alright, come here. Oh, she's gotta be pet. You wanna say hi to everyone at home? You wanna say hi to everybody? Yeah. Yes. On the way back. Her sisters, their names are Gigi and Honey. We have a lot of dogs in my family. Her sisters that live with my parents. One of the sisters, Honey, is actually missing at the moment. She had somehow gotten out of the backyard. We're not entirely sure. My family is driving around the neighborhood trying to find her. I'm sure that they'll find her. She can't have gotten far. And they live in a very safe area, so whoever found her would have brought her inside, and we'll make sure that she gets home. So I'm not concerned. I know that it will resolve itself well, but it's still... there's still that level of care and concern. Because you never know. But I have every confidence that she'll make it home okay. They live in a very safe neighborhood. Honey is a very beautiful, loving dog. They live on the mountains, so my only concern would be an animal, but they live close enough to civilization where the most they get up there is deer, which I don't think would be... Deer usually scamper when dogs bark at them, at least in my experience, so... And I mean, like, when deer, I mean, like, does. We don't really get bucks up where my parents live. At least not too often. There's been a couple of occasions where I've almost hit one with my car. There was one time where I actually... I used to drive a moped. It was a Yamaha Zuma X, and it was yellow. I called her Bessie, and I loved that thing. I would drive it to work, ride to the store, the whole thing. That was my first vehicle. Because I didn't want to get a license and go through all the process of insurance and payments and all this other shit. So I got a 49cc scooter. And the reason why I was very particular about 49cc is that anything below 50 cc's in the state of Nevada or the state of Utah, those are the two states that I live between, that they don't require licensure, insurance, nothing. So I had the scooter for a long time. It was beautiful. I loved it. Got pulled over multiple times and explained to the police I don't need to have the thing because the law says. They'd give me the ticket and I'd go in front of the judge and say the law says, and they say, well, I say this, which is a shame, but it's the truth of any law system. Any system of rules is going to be overrun by corruption. Not to say the judge was corrupt, I'm saying his ruling was corrupt. But it was a beautiful scooter. I loved it to pieces. It was a beautiful thing to ride. A bit difficult to ride in Utah, just given how hilly some areas can be. But the fresh air you get on that thing, cruising down the street, can't beat it. Much in the same way why people love motorcycles. Fuck. Ooh, I might die. No, I'll be fine. But I had that scooter, and there was a time where I was driving down this road. Where was I driving to? I was driving to work. I was driving down the road to work. And I used to work the graveyard shift. It was late night. I started at 11 p.m., so it must have been like 9:45, 10 p.m. Fuck. I would leave early to make sure I get there, because it takes time. The scooter can only go 40 miles an hour. What can you do? So I'm driving down this dark road. I have my lights on, of course, but how much can that help? It's just a scooter. Come on, piece of shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Come on, come on! Motherfucker! I would drive down this dark road. I locked in there trying to kill him and I still couldn't do it. Driving down this dark road and I saw a deer on the road further up from me. And it was cold. There was some ice on the road. Couldn't drive, or couldn't stop as well as I would have liked. So I thought, like, okay, I can't stop because I'm going to spin out and lose control fully, and then this is going to really hurt. Okay, what can I do? I can try and drive around it. So I try, like, edging my scooter to go around, but no good. There's 2 deer now for some reason. The second one popped up, it was behind it, convoy, I don't know. So I'm thinking, like, fuck, I can't get past these deer. I'm going to crash. I'm going to crash in this fucking deer, and this is going to hurt like a bitch. Alright, well, let's try for the best. See if I can get around them. I try getting around, but then they move, and like right before I reached them, they had moved to where they're sitting, like standing next to each other, and were frozen in place because I had gotten so close with the lights from my scooter. So I start honking the horn to scare the shit out of them, hoping that it gets them to freeze or otherwise run away. And I shit you not, I don't know if anyone ever believes this story when I tell it, but I got them to stand still with my loud-ass honking and freaking out, that I managed to thread the needle in between the 2 of them. And it wasn't a straight shot thread, they were like distanced apart, fair enough. I'm gonna use this. So I had to like swoop around them. Swoop around them. I don't know how the fuck I did it. I don't know how I didn't get hurt. But I was cheering like, yeah! You would think that I just ran a marathon and was so excited that I crossed the finish line. I was so happy I didn't die or eat shit, because that would have fucking hurt. So the deer, so the deer in the area aren't that dangerous. I wouldn't think that there's anything to worry about for Honey. I'm sure she'll be fine. I'm sure she'll make her way home. Her mom that I have, Gethy is her name. When she would break out of the backyard, she'd like to burrow under the fence and stuff and go explore the world. Whenever she did that, she'd be gone for like an hour or 2, and then she'd make her way back home and sit on the front porch and wait for someone to let her back in. So I imagine that if anything, Honey will find her way back to the home. Dogs are smart like that. They know where their home is, and they know what home smells like, and they know where to go. Fuck. Stab, stab. Alright, we're cutting it kind of close, but if I can make it to the boss... Oh my god! If I can make it to the boss, then I can save my last life for him, and I should be able to take him. Man. Okay. Alright, I'm a little nervous. I might clam up a little bit here while I try and not die of some bullshit. Oh my god, no. We're gonna go down and reset that chew. I'm not taking on that chew. Okay, alright, okay, alright. Trying to remember what goes where, who, when, where, and why. If this game was as kind as Zelda 1 in starting me at the start of the dungeon every time, I think it would not be so bad, but because it decides to start me at North Temple every fucking time, that's why I hate this game so fucking much. I think that was the line too far. It's like, I can understand extra lives and, hey, we gotta increase difficulty and shit, but restarting me at the start of the game every time, rather than, ooh, restarting me in a temple when I'm in a temple, bad call. I think that's what killed this fucking game, honestly. Because then it's such a triumph to have to go all the way back to the temple again. And I get that's the point. It shouldn't have been the point. That's where I draw the line on this game, personally. I'm throwing the shield on now. I'm not going to chance it. There's going to be a knuckle or some shit that's going to fuck me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Gotta wait for the opportune moment. I gotta wait for the opportune moment. I gotta wait for the opportune moment. There it is, there it is, there it is. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Okay, if I can just get to the boss, everything will be fine. Oh! There's gonna be a red knuckle right here. Fuck. We're gonna get there. Boy, howdy, we're gonna get there. I might need to grind. I remember last time I did this, I grinded a bit for a while, so I might have to do that. I like that I have enough level at least where... enough of a high enough level at least where I don't feel so helpless against these enemies. Where I'm constantly jabbing them with nothing to do about it. Now, you might look at the state of my health and think, yeah, you're still constantly stabbing with nothing to do about it, but you know what? I'm trying. Come on. Just fucking... Because you have to get close enough to stab him. If you can't get close enough to stab him, you're fucked, because you don't get a bow and arrow in this game. You don't get a fucking boomerang in this game. I'm just brute forcing it. I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed. We're just gonna see what happens if I just run straight fucking through. It's shocking to me how little health I lost just brute forcing this shit and going straight the fuck over, speeding everything up and walking straight through, rather than actually trying to find my way through this bullshit. This is not the way to go, is it? No, it is not. What's the way to go? It's upper left, isn't it? That's fine, I don't mind losing lives. I really don't mind at this point. I will just run straight through and hit the fast forward button and fuck it. Okay, it's down this way. I'm taking a lot of damage to these little shits. It's not this way. It's not this way. Let's see if I just high jump over them. There we go. It's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind. At this point, I'm just going nuts. I'm going numb. I'm going numb, boys. It's only been hardly 2 hours. I'm going numb. You gotta lure them in close, and then you can just take them out real fast. I need more enemies that give 10, well, I have, it's 1200 to the next level. Jeez, can I stop taking fucking damage? Thank you. I need enemies that give me experience in 10s. Looks like these Octoroks are good for that. That's a 20. But you really gotta make them stack up is the thing. You know, I wonder... You ever, in your mind, just start thinking about memories long gone? I'm sure everyone does that. But it always comes up as cringy memories, and I keep telling myself, destroy not the cringe, but that which cringes. You can't destroy the past. It is what it is, revel in it. But just get rid of that part of you that's so stuck up on what you should have been or should have said, and just be who you are supposed to be. And easier said than done, because I think, like, man, I've said a lot of stupid shit in my life. A lot of potential girlfriends lost because of just opening my dumb mouth. But it happens. That's life. Everyone says dumb stuff from time to time. We're human. I just happen to record myself saying dumb stuff for your entertainment. Haha. Is there not going to be an Octorok that's going to come down? There he is. Motherfucker, he lowballed me. Making me lose my goddamn full health. No, no, no. There's birds. There's birds. I want birds. I don't want there to be no birds. Just make birds go away. I don't like them. Okay, here's what we're gonna try and do. I'm gonna go through the bridge because I know that there's a... Shit. I know that I can get to the town on the other side and have them heal me. Let's see, they should be around here somewhere. No, you're not the lady. Second houses. Oh, graveyard. Sad. People have died. Excuse me, I need more magic. Cool, cool, cool. Thanks, lady. You gonna let me out? Thank you. And here's the health lady. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you very much. They give me potions, that's what I'm drinking. Ooh, that's right. I need to talk to this guy so he can do the thing. I know Bagu. Then I can help you cross. Nice. Okay, we're now across, but we shouldn't be across because we haven't finished the second temple, so we have to go back now. Hello, I still know Bagu. Do you know Bagu too? We both know Bagu. What are the odds? Let's see. Okay, so now that we have both of those guys done, what's the first jar-carrying lady say? This one. I lost my mirror. Sorry, I know nothing. Oh yeah, that's right, in this village they turn into evils. Eyes of Ganon are everywhere, be careful. Oh, hell yeah, pee bag. That's right, pee on me! I fucking crack up at that show Smiling Friends. It makes me smile. I like that show. I was just thinking about that one episode where, I forget the name of the episode, but it's that part where Pim is telling Charlie how much he loves like helping kids and stuff, but makes it sound so bad. I love kids, Charlie. I love kids. This is like, no, Pim. Hey, calm down, buddy. That's not what you're supposed to say. Funny as shit. That show's fucking hilarious. I recommend everyone watching it. It can be a bit weird at times, to be sure, but it is very funny. And like the difference between like what they're saying and then when they have a real moment where it's like a side conversation, that shit cracks me the fuck up. There's birds. There's birds. I don't want the birds. There's birds. Alright. There's no birds. We're feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty happy overall. Net positive. I'm just noticing like the way like Link lifts up and down slightly as he walks in this marsh. I'm assuming it's a marsh. I can't think of like what other. It can't be just tall grass. That just seems weird. I'm gonna grind for a bit here because I need some more. I need more everything. I need to become better, harder, faster, stronger. Just like with those Daft Punk guys we're talking about. Oh no, please don't touch me anymore. I don't want to get hurt anymore. I don't want to keep fighting this fight, Dad. Well, that's too damn bad. I saw this reel recently where the actor that played Zero in the movie Holes, brilliant actor, had apparently kept the treasure chest from the film, the Stanley Yelnats treasure chest. And the funniest thing about those comments was everyone getting in on the same joke of that's not yours, it's got his fucking name on it. To my understanding, it was difficult for... what's his name? Who played Stanley Yelnats? It was not Steve Buscemi. It was not Evan Rossman. It was... Sam Witwicky. He was in the Transformers movies. What's his name? He Will Not Divide Us. Windu. What's his name? Shia LaBeouf. Thank you. I saw a interview. Well, a question that was posed to Mr. LaBeouf on stage at a convention about his time making the movie Holes. Apparently it was not a pleasant experience, which is a shame. His father kept hitting on Sigourney Weaver, which I can't imagine anyone having the bravery to do that. Not to say that Miss Weaver is not attractive, very much so she is, but this is Sigourney fucking Weaver, dude. This is like hitting on the queen. You don't just do that. I don't know. Shoot your shot, I guess. Didn't work out, obviously, from what Shia had said. And I add that obviously in, because obviously it's not gonna fucking happen. I don't know what Shia LaBeouf's dad looks like or what sort of moves he might have put on her, but Sigourney Weaver knows what she's worth. That's not just a random passerby kind of pickup. That's a... she's... yeah. Effort is required. That's the thing for anyone that anyone wishes to pursue. You have to put the effort in, you know, just casually. But then you can also casually, that's why Tinder's a big fucking thing. But Tinder versus hitting on someone with the intent to date are two very different end results, so you can't put those in the same category. That was a red drop of blood that just hurt me. I'm gonna go up and then down. I'm actually just gonna go down. Oh, fuck. There we go. I'm gonna get the free other $20 piranha plant here. There we go. Oh shit, one respawned. I wasn't expecting that. It's not through here. I'm in the wrong place, but I'll take the free XP from the skeletons. Thank you. Easy Stalfos. GG. And we're almost at 900 experience, so I imagine that we should be able to level up before we reach the boss. I imagine. I could not be certain. We're looking pretty good though. 955? 945. I was playing this game with my younger brother earlier today called Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. And it was a very interesting game about defusing a bomb. One person plays the game, the other one has this instruction manual. There's a website you go to, bombmanual.com. The person playing the game is the one actually defusing the bomb. The other person, your second player, is the one reading you the manual and walking you through how to destroy the bomb, or defuse the bomb, rather. And it can get very intense. You realize just how efficient your communication has to be, and how well you have to relay complex concepts in a short amount of time. We got a good kick out of it. We planned on playing for an hour, we played for 2. It was just so damn good. I look forward to playing that with him again. I might try and capture it for the stream, or maybe even just record it so we can do a highlights reel. Because it was a lot of fun. He's really good at that game. Let's see. Okay, right, there's just the 2. I wasted my magic in here because it's just the 2 bubbles. That's on me. Okay. We have another chomper down here. I'm gonna wait for you to blow. There we go. There we go. Nicely done. I'm almost at level up time. Feeling pretty good about this. It's gonna do my magic. Ooh. Should do up my magic and my health. Of course he gives me fucking magic rather than experience points, whatever. No, we did everything we were supposed to do down there. We're supposed to go to the right and down. I could go through and try fighting all of those guys again, but I don't want to. Mainly because I want to try and get to the boss as quickly as I can. Fuck! Because if I can get to him after a level up, then I get another free level up versus him just filling up my meter for whatever's left to the next level up. Fucker. Goddamn iron knuckles. There's no easy way to fight them. They are tough. Come on! Come on! War of attrition, baby. Got him. Oh good, my magic went up. Nice. And the next will be my health, followed by my attack again. I want to listen to the music of that. Listen to that real quick. No, hang on. It's not the point I was talking about. There's a... Okay, right here, right here. No. Alright, whatever. I'll point it out again when we get there. There was a certain beat that I thought I recognized as it was sped up, as opposed to when it was in standard playtime. I'm just hoping that I can get to a casual enough zone to be able to showcase it. Ooh. Oh, that chew didn't even show up. It's impossible for me to play while these mice are running through. While the cat's away, the mice shall play. And I'd rather the mice play this bullshit. That's right, I don't need to go down here, I'm supposed to go down, I'm supposed to go down, I'm supposed to go down. Did you fucking die already? Great. The boss is down here. And I have 1 life left and hardly enough health left. This is gonna be a pickle. Ooh, a pea bag, thank you. 200? Love to see it. Oh my god. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. I have to at least kill the second boss. I can't not get back to at least where I was before. Nice. I'm not gonna grind again. We're already... Alright, I'll get these extra 10s, why not? Ooh, that's on me. Who here, anyone watching, has seen Everest Productions on YouTube? Check them out. They have been making, using the Knights of the Old Republic engine, have been making the Darth Plagueis films. Based off of the Darth Plagueis novel. And to my understanding, the dialogue is ripped straight from the novel. He has, there's some light AI usage in helping to manipulate the facial movements to make it seem as though the characters are speaking. But aside from that, very little AI is used. Because when he first started out, it was just himself, to my understanding. I think maybe a couple of people helping with the voice acting, but he's gotten so much love and attention that other people have volunteered to play voice in his works. And beautiful to see. You love to see it. Fan projects coming to life like that. Episode 2 is already out. Episode 3, The Phantom Apprentice, I think is called. No, The Tragedy of the Wise is what Episode 3 is called. Episode 3 of the Darth Plagueis movies, we'll call them. And they are feature-length, to be sure. Should be coming out in the next couple months, at least from what it looks like, because he just dropped a second trailer for it on his channel. So I recommend everyone who's a big Star Wars fan to check that out. It's way better than the sequels. Not that that's a, high bar to pass, but but it's way better than the sequels, so I recommend them. Because it actually takes just the dialogue and the premises of the Darth Plagueis novel into film, and it translates very fucking well. You get to see Darth Plagueis take... Oh, fuck. You get to see Darth Plagueis come into his own after killing his master, Darth Tenebris. You get to see Darth Venomous. Well, Venomous, rather, as opposed to Darth. As he does show up in the film, you get to see the recruiting of Darth Sidious, Sheev Palpatine. He must be Frank. You get to see the manipulation of the Force that leads to the birth of Anakin. You get some Qui-Gon in there. I think you even get a little... No, there's no Obi-Wan just yet, but you do get some Qui-Gon in there. I think there's some Dooku in there, too. Yes, you get to see Dooku, Qui-Gon, Master Sifo-Dyas. We haven't seen Yoda shown up yet, but Yoda is not the leading member of the Jedi Council at the moment. It's Jedi Master Sifo-Dyas. Remember, these are the days where, well in advance, where Sifo-Dyas would have put into order the request for the clones to be created. Though when that happens, I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure that the film will expand upon in the third film. Because the third film is... The second film shows when Anakin's created. The third film, Tragedy of the Wise, Anakin's already grown up, and it occurs simultaneously as the Phantom Menace. Because it's known from the book that Darth Plagueis sees Anakin upon Anakin, Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan and Senator Queen Amidala's arrival to Coruscant from Naboo, Tatooine proper, given their excursions of Watto and what have. So it's interesting to see in this film and in the clips that have been released so far, Plagueis' reaction to this divergence in the Force. And I don't remember how it happens in the books, but I would imagine that Plagueis would be concerned that the Jedi have gotten their hands on the Virgins first, considering that it was born of Plagueis' fucking around with the Force's powers that created Anakin. So, I mean, as everyone knows, Anakin was born without a father, so it was the will of the Force that he came to be to balance that which Plagueis had hoped to imbalance by indefinitely extending his own life. There's even a cool bit. I don't remember if it's in the film or not. I think it was just like its own like 20-minute episode or something, where Everest Productions actually goes over what happens to Darth Tenebris and his, shall we say, imprisonment in the endless life cycle. Because Plagueis got the idea of trying to extend his life forever from Darth Tenebris. But whereas Plagueis wanted to extend his proper life forever, Tenebris was trying to do essence transfer, of making his soul go into the next body. But Tenebris fucked it up, he didn't know how to do it correctly, so he just ends up living the exact same moments of his death forever. Tenebris feels the Force ebbing away from him, realizes that he's about to die, and is ready to transfer. And then as he transfers, he realizes that he's dying, and he's like, oh my god, is this what it feels like to have the Force leave you? I'm dying. How crazy is that? And then he's stuck in that. He's stuck in a loop. Stuck dying for all time. It's a shame. Ooh, I'm getting a call from my cousin. Hello, you're on Optimal.
Yo, so I know you're streaming right now, but,
What's up?
do you think I can borrow the driveway? I just got in a car accident.
Oh, shit.
And I'm pretty sure...
Man, what is happening? My cousin got into a car crash. Thankfully he's fine. Everyone's okay. Wasn't expecting that. His insurance is denying him a tow truck. Ain't that swell? Don't you love insurance being there for any time that you don't need it, except for when you do need it? Because then that's not covered by your policy. So he's got to call the authorities and see if they can get him a tow truck to go out there and collect his stuff. I hope his car isn't totaled, man. He loves that car. He just got that car 2 years ago. It's practically brand new. Got it from dealership. Ugh. Poor fella. Hope he's okay. Well, he says he's okay. He says that everyone's okay, everyone's safe, so I'm glad that he's safe. Just gotta get him home safely. I'm probably gonna have to cut the... If I can't make it on this live, I'm gonna have to cut the stream because life is happening. I gotta make sure that the yard driveway space is cleared so he can come park his car. And then we'll just hang on to it for the time being. We'll have them put it on the side if they can, that way it's not in the way of the car and the... Man, when it rains it pours, it seems, when it comes to life. But I suppose that's the nature of all things, is that life must happen in order for experience to happen. Fuck. I'll make him, I'll buy him some cookies or some a bagel or something nice for him. Something to cheer him up. I know how much he loves that car. He's gonna need something kind. So that's the thing, when you know someone's going through something rough, do them a kindness. It costs next to nothing, and it can really make a difference when someone's going through a hard period. So I'll make him a baked sweet, or I will purchase him a bag of his favorite chips, or a drink that he enjoys. Something to help take the edge off. You've got to be fucking kidding me. I'm not trying to die. I'm not trying to die. It's okay. We've got one life left. We can do this. Brute force it. Throw the shield on and brute force it. Wow, the jumping thing actually worked. Okay, alright. Fuck. Shield. And we're supposed to go down, not to the right. This much I remember. Okay, shield. I don't care that I keep using up all my magic. I'm pretty sure I'm on the last life anyway, so it's make or break at this point. Dead. Stab. Stab him. Get him. Okay, another 50 points in the bucket. Shield. Jump down, jump down, jump down, and bump, bump, bump. Cool. There's going to be 2 mouse droids, and then there's going to be the Iron Knuckle. Yep. And this guy's tough as fuck. He's tough as nails. Come on, come on, come on. Piece of shit, piece of shit. Take it in the chest, take it in the armor. Come on, come on. He's gonna fucking kill. He killed me. He fucking killed me. He fucking killed me. Oh, well, that's gonna be the end of that because I've got to go take care of. But I'm going to. You're gonna watch me right here. Save the game, and we're gonna make sure it's saved. Fuck, that way I don't have to keep doing this. Ugh. Where's my goddamn chatting with the audience? There it is. I've got 23 people watching. Damn, that's swell. Hi, all 23 people watching. Sorry that I gotta cut it here. Normally would go on for about 4 hours, but I gotta make sure my family's okay. Which, he said he is, but, you know, family things to do. Make sure that you take care of the family in your life. Brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles, aunts. They all mean everything to us, because without them, we wouldn't be us. And wherever you are out there in the world, I hope you're having a good one. Make sure you drink plenty of water, eat the right food, have a banana, and get the hell out of my house.